Welcome to this week's four-state game of the week as the Columbus Titans play host to the Frontenac Raiders. Both teams are undefeated so far this season, and so much is at stake for both teams. Before we hit the highlights, let's look at some factors to consider for this game. First, this game is a part of the Class 4A Division II District 4 playoff race. Due to both teams' records, the winner of this game is most likely to win the district championship. The second factor to consider in this game is the CNC championship. Frontenac can win the CNC crown with the win over Columbus and a win over Baxter Springs next week. Columbus can clinch back-to-back titles with a victory over the Raiders. The third factor to consider in this game is history. These teams are playing against each other for the first time since 1967. Off to the highlights. In the first quarter, Columbus will score first when junior running back Jake McDowell will get into the end zone for a 3-yard touchdown run. Point after is good. Columbus leads 7-0 after the first quarter. The only big thing that happened in the second quarter was this monster sack on senior quarterback Nate Boley by junior defensive end Nico Provitt, and we head into halftime with the Titans leading 7-0. Things are going to change in the second half, starting with this play. On 4th and goal, the Raiders are going to try a field goal. The snap is up. Wait! It's a fake! Sophomore wide receiver Ryan Long takes the ball, looking for another receiver to throw it to. Releasing it in the nick of time, Long finds senior tight end Bryce Bardo for the touchdown. Raiders want to go for two. Sophomore quarterback Austin Seward takes the ball and barely gets into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. Raiders lead 8-7. Still in the third quarter, Boley's looking for his man in the end zone, but it's picked off by senior cornerback Keaton Bollinger. Raiders take over on the 20. After the interception, Seward hands the ball off to sophomore tailback Caden Bollinger. Using his need for speed, Bollinger will run all the way into the end zone for an 80-yard touchdown. Point after is good. Frontenac leads 15-7 after the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, Columbus will get back into this game when McDowell runs by the Frontenac D for the 9-yard touchdown run. Columbus tied this game with a 2-point conversion. Boley fumbles the snap, picks it up, and pitches it to McDowell, who then fumbles it himself. Raiders fall on it. The 2-point conversion was no good. Frontenac leads 15-13. Later in the fourth, Seward snaps the ball, looks for his receiver, and throws it to Long for a 9-yard touchdown pass. Point after is good, and that is where we'll end this one, as Frontenac wins 22-13 over the Titans. One win away from their first CNC championship in 20 years. After the game, we caught up with head coach Mark Smith and senior tight end Bryce Bardo to gather their thoughts on the big win. How special was this win tonight for this team?
It was huge. We came out, we were the underdog, worked hard all week, had 3 great practices, came out believing we were going to win, and we did.
I don't know how many years you've been here in Frontenac, but you just brought a big tradition back to this small town near Pittsburg.
Yeah, it's great. The kids, you got to give credit to the kids, especially the seniors. They put in the sacrifice in the summer and the time, and they're paying the dividends now, and hopefully we can get the job done and win the league next week.
Thanks for joining me in recapping this week's four-state game of the week.